It is a wonderful thing to no, okay, I was talking about Tracy, I was talking about Troy, and I was like trying not to get so like frothy about Tracy that I could just like celebrate Troy. And okay. Come on, Mom Janet. Like, what's your perspective of the situation? It's it's um it's like it's really awesome. It's really awesome when I can just go be in a room with another kid who's around my age and not be forced to go interrupt their life with my vibrational signature. Like, if they can be near me, like, if they can see me, like, we can go forward if they can even detect my presence in the room, you know? Like, and depending on how they react to my presence in the room, like, I'm going to want to go forward and I'm going to either like just like nope. And I have so many like nope. 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 I thought maybe but 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 nope. Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, you hate me. Oh, I know. I don't want to be here either. So just however we can do this, however we can do this, however we can do this, that I don't have to like do 5 more of these in succession. Maybe something will work. And I was like so fucking desperate. I was so fucking desperate for not a friend. I didn't even want a friend. I didn't even want a friend. I just wanted my mom off my fucking back. I just wanted a fucking breath. I just wanted my mom off my fucking back. I just wanted a fucking breath. I just wanted a beat. I just wanted any fucking opportunity to get away from my home, my house, my dangerous living situation. That's all I really wanted. And oh wow, I like have signed up for like I mean like I don't know, have you ever babysat the Brinkoff girls? Have you ever met the Brinkoff girls? Have you ever had the delightful pleasure of being attacked for several hours by the Brinkoff girls? I mean, like I don't know if their parents thought that like something that they saw in their children, that only they saw in their children, like I don't know if they thought that that their daughters were good for me. I don't know if they understood that I was just like so balls to the wall that I could be shut in the room with a wild animal and engage it in such a way that it batted me around in its like I love playing with my prey manner instead of just going for the kill. Ugh. I don't know what you girls went through. But if you have a port wine birthmark It is really something. I've never met any female with the port wine birthmark that didn't have this uncanny ability to go head to head with me. Like, when they were good, they were very, very good. But when they were bad, they were horrid. 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 Like, like, I was once talking to my dad about something, and I was like, oh yeah, the whores. And I think that like something happened where like the adults were really entertained that little Mindy like couldn't say the word horror properly, and like to an extent that's true, but also my experience of babysitting these girls was that they would strip their clothes off and I would have to keep them from touching one another, touching themselves. I mean, if I could keep their clothes on, like they were just born whores. They were just born whores. And the older one more so, like it was like the younger one was just learning from the older one, and I don't know what happened to these sisters. I don't know. I don't know how it's at all possible. But I mean, just, you know, like if they decided that they were going to get a jump rope, tie me up and shove me in a closet, then like I had to figure out a way that that was instead my idea for what I was doing with them. Like anything that they were like, I'm going to do this to you, I was like, oh, I'm going to do that to you. Like I am not your mother, I am not your father, I have no affection for you. You will not threaten my body. You will not put fear into me. I will be the thing that you fear. So we can play nice. You can mind me, or we can run around the house like a full moon fucking mental hospital, and I will just run you down like a feral cat. I didn't have any idea at that time that that you could have a cat, that you just had to play and engage the hunt like like every minute that you possibly were able to in your day, so that that cat would not fucking turn into a demon. I didn't know that you could have a cat like that. I was very allergic to cats. I couldn't even like be close enough to one to look at one. Like 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 if a cat saw me and came over to me, I had to run away from it because hives in my eyes and my throat, and just like I just began to die if a cat came into the picture. I couldn't do it at all. And part of the reason is that I was a cat. I was a cat. I was a cat. I was a cat. Like so many people saw it, so many people knew it, so many people were like you must like cats, you know, so many people were like, my cat does that. My cat does that. I had a cat. Like, I once had a cat. Like, I had a cat. And I had no idea, you know? I was like, hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Like, I could not help that my predator drive was so engaged. I didn't know how to diffuse it. I didn't know how to direct it for a long time. But I eyed like everything on the horizon. Like I might just go consume it. And I didn't know what to do with that. The Brinkoff babysitting gig was what to do with that. Because here was a situation. Oh God, you guys. Oh Jesus, man, motherfucking Christ. Oh Jesus, God, I don't even. The fucking Brinkoffs was like the fucking like. I never even knew. I never even knew that a place like that existed. I never knew that there was television like that. I never knew there was food like that. I never knew there was a house like that. I mean, I was just like, what? Like, I mean, I knew that, like, some of the neighbors had more money than the others. You know, the Bannisters? The Bannisters were loaded. The Bannisters were loaded. I mean, when the Bannisters moved from their starter house, like when they the house they were occupying while their house was being built for them, that was a mansion. Okay? Like I had an idea. I had an idea that some of the neighbors had more money than we did, but like I didn't understand what that did other than have like a palace to live in versus like a block where it's a village to raise you. Like I mean I had a block and a village and they had a palace and all of their toys, and I didn't want their life. I didn't want to be them at all. I mean, I walked into the Bannisters' house and there was just piles of things, like as if an entire toy aisle had just been dispensed onto the floor. Like I had never seen anything like that. I mean, it was just like and like what to do with girls who were just like, we're so bored here. Like I mean, I have no idea how they could ever be bored. I mean, I had no idea how they could ever be bored. I mean, I had like I had one My Little Pony and I was never bored. I had two My Little Ponies and I was never bored. I had three My Little Ponies and I was never bored. And I had three My Little Ponies and I was never bored for like a good long while. You know? Like I didn't get tired of things like other kids got tired of things. Like it was like weird. It was so weird because like there was never a grass is greener on the other side to me. There's just different. Like I never wanted anybody else's, like I and I'm talking, you know, like, oh God, the Bannisters and the Dipbenders, like very young I saw that like I didn't like I was like perfect where I was. I like I mean, I saw no need to like try to attain more money. Like we had everything we needed. We actually appreciated what we had. We actually appreciated and spent time with one another. Like like the okay, so that's the Bannisters, and the Bannisters were like there for a blink. And I don't know what the Bannister parents did, but like that was like the next door neighbor. I'm pretty sure that like as far away as it seemed at the time, that was just the house to the left of us. To the left, to the left. That was just the house to the left of us. And and then, oh man, okay. Okay, and then the Goulds. Oh man, the Goulds were like, oh man, the Goulds? Oh man. Patty Gould? Oh man. I mean, like the Goulds were just like just like you would think, just like you would look at their last name and you would think gold. Absolutely. Absolutely. They were so vibrant. Like the parties at the Goulds were just and it was just so wonderful. It was just so wonderful. And like if like you never knew who was going to make it to the party because these people who have like way more money than we do, they have way less time than we do. Like their kids don't even like know them very well, I don't think. And like you know because I mean let's just okay, where do we go from the Goulds? So it's Bannisters, Goulds. Who is next to the Bannisters? Because I think there was someone there, and I think that then it was then Monty, and Monty is just like this like Monty is so like absent from the scene of my entire experience of the Lynch house that like he's like almost like a figment of my imagination. Like I think that he was there in a home office, and it's so hard to remember the Lynch house before it became like the ultimate, like just the ultimate, the dream. Okay, the dream. Um, One of the coolest things to do is to break into those prefab houses that pop up and just like hang out in like a construction area. Like that's one of the best things you can ever do as a kid. And like I never had a notion to break into anything until I knew what a playground, what an adventure, what a learning experience. I mean, until I knew what a construction site was like, because Ryan's house just became one and was one. It was such a nice house too. It was one of the really good floor plans, and the that I mean that and Ryan and I Ryan and I would we'd have one of those sugary fruit drink things, and then like we would just like pretend that like we had the sugary fruit drink thing like all day by just like filling it up with the hose outside, like and oh man, Ryan was such a treasure. Ryan Lynch was like if if now that I know about now I know that like twin flame union and soulmates, like now that there's those words, like I look back at my life and I was like, man, was Ryan Lynch the love of my life? Like when he walked back in just the way that his mom was like, hey Lana, let's get our kids together, let's do that, like Like, your beautiful daughter and my beautiful son. Like, let's set them up on a date. Like, if I had been, if I had had less trauma, if I had been able to exercise more trust, and if I had honestly, I mean, just honestly, like, if when that opportunity presented itself, if I had an internet connection, that would have gone so differently. So differently. Because there's, like, something that I knew about Ryan Lynch that, like, I mean, I tried to sell him. I tried to sell him. And I couldn't sell him. I couldn't sell Ryan Lynch to any little girl on the block so that, like, she would be like she would just get over the, like, ew, I'm not a boy. You play with a boy? What's wrong with you? And, like, oh, Brittany, the only child, Brittany. Ugh, God, and Amy, the only child. Uh, like, they wanted me to play with girls. They wanted to put a little boy, me. They wanted to put a little boy, me, into a room with a little girl. Like a little girl. Like a girl. Like an every inch of girl. They wanted to put a girl in the room with a girl who was every inch of inch not girl, and they wanted us to get along. And it was like, no one even understands that I'm a boy. If these are the options, boy and girl, no one even knows that I'm a boy. Except the boys. The boys know I'm a boy. The boys know I'm a boy. And the boys know I'm a boy until something in society creates this great division where it's not cool to hang out with a girl, like girls are beneath us, and I very much understand it because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with them. Like whenever that update happened, I got it too because guess what? I'm a boy. And I'm like, yeah, I hate girls. Yeah, they're the worst. Like their frilly little delicate bullshit world, you know? Like they're their make believe. Their make believe is so limited. It's like, "Oh, do you want to go play Tea Party?" Like, no. No. Like do you want to go? Do you want to so do you want to stay and just like live? Do you want a live action role play, Dungeons and Dragons like adventure in the playground of the block and an actual playground that we can go to, like with your best friend Ryan, and just have adventures and just play Adventure Time, just live Adventure Time? Or do you want to go across the street and see if Amy can play and try to tolerate Amy? Don't bite her anymore. Like, I mean, it was just like are you fucking kidding me? Like, I mean, it was just so crystal clear so quickly that, like, they're not going to let me play with boys. They're not going to let me play with boys. And the boys, like, unless it's like, unless it's a thing like what I did with Ryan Lynch, where I was like, Ryan is the best boy. Like Ryan will play Tea Party with us. Ryan will do that. And if you let Ryan just be Ryan, just let Ryan be Ryan. Let Ryan be Ryan. Then he will play with us. He'll play with us, Brittany. He'll play with us, Amy. It'll be fun. And if you want to play house, Ryan will play house with us. Sure. Like, he doesn't always want to be the dad. Like, we don't always want to play the same role. I don't know why you do, you know? Like, what, Jessica Jensen and Ben Parsons? No, Kristen Parsons, Ben, oh man, Ben, I don't know. Some of the, my mom did home daycare. And so, like, I went to school with kids that I came home with and then played with. And, you know, like, there were kids that, that knew me, like, from my home life to school life. And, like, they only acknowledged that I existed once we were back home. That was just basic. It was Ben, I don't know, Peterson. I get that so confused because, like, I feel like how Sean is all moon-eyed over his Pete. Like yeah, I had that going with, like, Ben, but, like, not in any way that was like a crush. Like, I had no romantic notion. I didn't have an interest in romance, like, whatsoever. You know, like if there was a game in it, like, that was cool. Like Ralph Baird, like I don't know, I don't even know how that happened, but, like, just like girls have cooties. Oh, I'm gonna give you a kiss, you know. Like, Ralph Baird was like my new best friend, my new brother. Oh my God, when Ralph's mother came and she was like, you know, I don't know. I just need someone to take my son so I can work, and I can't find anywhere to take my son so I can work. I was just like, it was like, oh wow, what are we getting here? Like, this is amazing. Like, really, we can have him? Like the interview process is like, does my daughter approve? Like, oh, wholeheartedly. And I had to I had to, like, have the love-hate relationship that a boy has with a something that looks like a girl, at home with Ralph Baird, where when nobody else was looking, like, we were just two boys, and when anyone else was looking, he was the boy and I was the girl, and it was, like, really annoying. And I think he's probably the first guy I ever kissed because I don't know who came up with it. I mean, like the shit that kids knew, like the shit that your kids know that Lana's kids didn't know, like like the contamination that mom was trying to avoid by doing what she was doing, like, it was coming in through the babysitting business. Oh, dude, like, I don't know why. I don't know why a game, when I'm like, oh, I don't, oh my God, like, how long had Ralph been there before, like, something was, like, wrong between Ralph and I? Like, I don't remember, but it wasn't long at all, and it never feels like long. It never feels like long, even if it, you know, I mean, I don't have any concept of time, but, like, I was very, very young when, was it Sabrina? It might have been Sabrina. Sabrina was such a problem child. I mean, that's what our house was, essentially. Like, this was the daycare, this was the home daycare, where if you had a problem child, my mom would take care of your problem child. And I mean, like, was it Nathan? Like pigeon-toed Nathan, or whatever that is, pigeon-toed Nathan, who, like, was, like, was at an age that should be fully capable of going to the bathroom and wiping his own ass, but, like, was so, like, parented wrong that, like, he was so incapable of taking care of himself that he was, like, a second grader who could not wipe his own ass. Like, he couldn't put his pants on. Like my mom had to like do that for someone else's child. And you know, there's no babies here. Like, we are not a baby. We're not a baby house. The only baby is my brother. And God, you want to talk about shit? You want to talk about baby shit? Brian is just like, oh God, there's Brian, just like running around covered in shit again, you know, it's just like, okay. And, I mean, unless you like grew up with like all of these, like all of the things that had to like come down the line with this synchronistic perfection in order for me to stand here before you, it's as steady as a ticking clock. It's as absolutely like enmeshed and timed to perfection. Like Sabrina, I think her name was Sabrina, which I only question now because there's Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and I think it was Sabrina. That she was a liar. She was a thief. Like she stole so many of my toys, and she just like denied it, and I was just like I like I'm going to realize eventually, and like in not, you know, like not in short order, I'm going to notice, and I'm going to then set the whole operation on getting you out of here, whatever that takes. And sometimes like you figure out what it takes to get rid of somebody, and you just like that works, you know? Like and here's what it is. Here's what it is. If you fuck with me, then I fuck with you. If you lie to me, if you steal from me, if you think you can be duplicitous and be in my home, you know, like it's one thing where Ralph is like, well, no, you know, that's a boy thing. That's just a boy thing. It just is. It's just a boy thing. I don't know why, but it's just a boy thing. Like we're only friends when it's just the two of us. Like for the rest of the world, they need to maintain some identity that allows them to pass through the world. That if they are friends with me, there's a problem. So like if you don't want someone around anymore, if you're like whether you're removing them from the scene to protect them or to protect others, you just try to take their clothes off. You just pull them into rooms and you try to take their clothes off, and their parents stop bringing them. I don't know. There's a lot of things that like I did before I figured that out. That was just like accident, you know? It was like, oh, I didn't know that was wrong. Oh, I didn't know that would have that effect at all. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. I was I need you to show me like what you have, and I'm going to show you what I have, and we're going to try to go from there, because here's the thing is I'm a boy. I'm a boy. You're a boy. I'm a boy. You're a boy. I'm a boy. And you're a girl, I'm not a girl. You're a girl, I'm not a girl. Like what's going on here? Like something is like I was just trying to figure out like what was going on with me, you know? I was just like like children are very androgynous. Like you can be a little boy and your mom can dress you up like a little girl, and like for all the world like you look like a girl and you're a boy, and it's I mean this is just getting to know you behavior from my perspective. And the only other time I saw this reflected in another child was as an adult in, oh my god, 2014. In 2014, I played dolls with Lily Page Jones, Josh's daughter, who for all the world just looked like my daughter and felt like my daughter, and was just like, this This creature has been navigated to me for a purpose. And whatever I have to put up with her dangerous, monstrous, drug addicted, eaten up father, I had to do. I had to do something. I had to be part of her experience so that she could go into the world with more under her belt than I had under my belt, where I got molested, abused by children, by adults, by family members. I got molested and abused by children, adults, and family members. And I had no idea that like there was anything like wrong with it. I didn't understand it all. I was like such a trusting person that I would just like get into a car and go with you. Like, no questions asked, really. Just okay. Like this was like that's what stood before me. Me stood before me, and I was like, holy fucking shit. I was ready to drop him, and with all of his suicide threats, I was like, well, all right, I like, you know, if that's what you want to do. I'm honestly like, I'm not here to talk you off of the ledge. Except I am. I'm here to like just go jump, motherfucker. Jump, motherfucker. You say you want to jump, then jump. Like, okay, that's what you want to do? That's what you want to do? Hey, I got some ideas, yo. Yeah, I got some ideas how you can go out if that's what you want to do. Like, I'm gonna get you to jump like you never wanted to jump so bad in your life before. And like Josh was just like, I'm suicidal. I'm gonna go kill myself. Like, you're not talking to me every day. You're not talking to me several times every day. You're only talking to me once a week, and I just I'm gonna die. I'm just going to kill myself. I'm just going to kill myself. There's nothing. My mom is kicking me out. I'm going to be homeless. I'm just going to kill myself. And I was like, I did not care. I did not care. I was like, okay, I understand. I've been there. Like, if you can't be homeless, if you can't be homeless, if it's just like my mom is kicking me out, so I have to kill myself, like I can't do anything for you. If a 36-year-old can't deal with being homeless, I can't do anything for you. Because like before I was disabled, I could absolutely like homeless is like the best. Homeless is the best. Like, if you are not an anatomical female and you can be homeless, oh, you should absolutely go do it. Homeless is just a vacation. Like, I knew one person. I have spoken with one person on a dating site, something that was drawn to me. A guy that was drawn to me was like, so here's my deal. Like, I'm not like most people. I like as an elective, like for a different perspective, in order to maintain appreciation, like I have no need at all. I have all the means in the world. It's always by choice. Like, I go and live on the street as a homeless person regularly. He says he told me that like that's his vacation. And I was like, wow, you see me. You really see me. And that's amazing. But I'm not here for dating. You know? I'm not here for dating. Like, it's okay Cupid, and I don't have dating checked at all. I have a friend, and I'm not even really there for that. Like, I'm on OkCupid to find somebody to go with me to the DeAntword concert that's coming up in a week. That Sean was like super, like Sean loved DeAntword. Sean was super excited. I mean, like, Sean wrote Zeph on things. Sean was like, I'm gonna get DeAntword tattoos. Sean like DeAntword like gave Sean license, like, finally, to like fuck around with his appearance, his hair, you know? Like, he had cool hair, man. He had cool hair. Sean has like Sean has like there's so many, like, is Sean just like shaving like all the hair off of his face? Like in the slow gradual thing that could be, like he could just like do a line like every day. Like, I mean, like Sean is just like living art, you know? And so there's nothing Sean could ever do to himself that he wouldn't be the most beautiful man. And he sure does not seem to know that. And like the most Sean ever was when DeAntword was like little known, and then once it got popular, he just like didn't give a fuck about it. Like Sean gets into things like with this like Sean latches on to something new in popular media, and like he doesn't let go of it until he's sucked everything from it, and he's so bored with it that he will never pick it up again. Like I don't know how to live like that at all. I don't know how to live like that at all. Like, I mean, I'm an energy vampire, sure, like, yep, but like not like that, man. Not like that. Like, I need to feed. Like, I'm not here to kill. Sean is here to kill. And I mean, okay, like I say that and it's like, no, 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 okay. I say that and now it's like, when I was a little child, I was here to kill. It was like, it was just like, don't kill things. Just, if I can stop killing things. If I can stop delighting in killing things, like the engaged predator thing was just like, I gotta curb this. I gotta curb this. I gotta curb this because I just like, I'm just, you know, like I mean, you've seen Dexter, right? Yeah, I'm not like Dexter. I mean, I would be the serial killer, like helping you out and cleansing the earth, like right under your noses, but like I would not be I would not be like he was about it at all. Like, people would just disappear right and left, and like nobody ever suspects the butterfly. I mean, so um 'cause yeah, I like to play at construction sites. I can also talk someone into doing absolutely anything. Like a kid, I can get a kid. I can get someone my age, someone like 5 years older than me, someone 5 years younger than me. Like, I can get a kid, and I'm a kid. I can get a kid to do anything. Any idea I have, I can get a kid to go along with that, you know? And I mean, so like, oh man, I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to be talking about that I'm fucking back on Troy again? Oh my god, I love Troy. I am just like holding the door for Troy. I am holding the door for Troy. I'm holding the door for Troy. Because that was Troy. Oh, that was Troy. You know? Like, like every step of the way. Like, here's a salesman. Here's a born salesman. Like, I'm a charmer, you know. But before it was ever like the boy-girl dynamic, like I knew Troy before he was interested in girls. And before girls were interested in him. Like, I knew Troy when he just like blew stuff up. Like, he was Sid from Toy Story. Troy is Sid from Toy Story. And you know, like, everybody was always on my shit about like me being like all about Troy, and it was like, I don't know what the problem is, you know, like if you've ever seen us together, I don't even know why you would worry about anything, cuz we're brother and sister. Like, we're brother and sister. I don't, you know, like, we're really brothers. We're brothers because I'm a boy, but, like, no one knows I'm a boy. I don't understand this. I don't know, like, for the longest time, I just don't understand. I just do not understand my anatomy. Like, like, for the longest time, I just, you know, like, I don't even know what gay is, you know, like, I'm just like, well, I don't belong here. Like this is more basic than I am. I mean, this is really really basic. I mean, like we're like 1 2 and we're done. 1 2 done. Like oh no, you know. And I'm like wait, we're labels. We accept what people like prescribe for our identity, and I was just like what. There was like never a moment that I was comfortable, like there's never a moment that I was comfortable, you know. And so yeah, like I moon eye about someone, and I never want it to be romantically interpreted. It was never intended. I am not flirtatious. I'm not that. Like whatever happens where like a boy like Troy who just like knows how to talk kids into doing things, like is a smooth talker, like is just that snake charmer. Like however a snake charmer becomes a ladies man, like that's so fucking busted. I'm so fucking sick of that. Like I'm not gonna entertain it for a second. Like in my like ask my mom. Ask my mom what it was like raising me. I mean, just talk to my mom about what it was like. Like please, please someone get to know me through any other person besides me. Just talk to anybody. Like, do you want to be part of my life? Well, you've got to spend a good deal of time with my mom. You've got to ask her who Mindy is. You really do. You really do. And then you've got to go find somebody else who knew Mindy. And you've got to ask them what they think of Mindy. Because, like Ralph was my best friend. I loved him. We played the cootie game where I try to kiss him. I'm not interested in kissing him. I just like games. Sabrina was like, let's play spin the bottle, and we didn't have a bottle. We had my rainbow bright brush, and so we played spin the brush, and it was like, that was, you know, like what's, you know, and like I don't even remember the brush being spun more than once before I was like, oh, we are not doing this. We are not doing this. And that might be how the cootie game happened, because spin the brush was like, this is fucking like twisted. Like this was a game that she played with someone is like beyond my comprehension. That this little girl suggested this was beyond my comprehension. Like that was fucked up. Like the only consent in spin the bottle is where the spinner lands? No. So like spin the brush was like like whoever the brush lands on, they run and it's tag except you're trying to kiss them. And it was like, that isn't what that girl wanted. Like that girl wanted to be grown in such a problematic way that she needed to go. And it wasn't hard because she stole from me. Like all I had to do was tell the truth. You know, I'm not a tattletale. Like I understand that like kids are not the most organized people, you know, like mistakes are made. Like I understand that. But there's like something so different about like, I picked up mine and you picked up yours and oops, like she went home with me. You know, like there's something so different in that than like, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, you know? And then I didn't make a mistake. I just let her think I made a mistake. So she just goes and puts the toy in her backpack, and I just go and get it out of her backpack, and that's what we do. And like she tries to take things, and I just like go get my things back, and like I'm you know, I'm not only managing that one child though. I'm not only babysitting. I'm not only 6 years old babysitting or 7 years old babysitting. I don't know. I'm not only a child babysitting a house of problem children. I'm like like I want to play, and like we have to play, like that we're kids, you know, like we have to not destroy the house, we have to not like seriously injure one another. There's so much to keep an eye on. Like the only way to do it was in the split level of 9131, where you can just like all I really had to do, all I really had to do was just like run this course of like play, like just like completely different realms of play. Like 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 here we are with the what did I say, Jessica Jensen and Ben Peterson. Here we are with Jessica and Ben Peterson, and they played very well together. And the only thing you have to make sure of with Ben is that he didn't hurt himself climbing the furniture. And like like he's bigger than me. So if I can't do it, if I can't climb the furniture, and I'm an expert furniture climber, if I can't climb the furniture, then he can't climb that furniture. And if he can't climb that furniture, then I have to create some other thing. I have to create some other playground for Ben and I to enjoy for a minute, and then leave Ben with his safe playground, you know, with his pillow fort. Like I pull all of the cushions off of the couch. Like when babysitting day starts, that sofa, no one sits on that sofa. It's not even a sofa to sit on. Every cushion comes off of it. And it's like sandwich bread, and we take turns just being like in it because some of us find that very comforting. Like it's the fort. We had blocks that were like, I mean, not we had, I don't know, man, like giant Tinker Toys or giant Connects, or I don't know, man. Like nobody else ever had it. I never saw it anywhere else. I can't find it anywhere else. Like we had toys that didn't exist anywhere else that I was ever able to see or detect. And in all of my years of having the internet and just trying to find pictures to illustrate to other people the toys that were in the Lee household babysitting environment, I've never been able to procure. We had that. We also had like the arcade thing that we had. Our video game system was a you know, like in the arcade where there's like the motorcycle thing that like rocks back and forth. We had something sort of like that, but it was it was like a sit and spin that it swiveled back and forth, and it was a space shooting game where the whole thing you're sitting on, like you straddle this thing and you turn, and it's like sit and spin smooth, like you're like, it's like that. We had that. I've never seen it anywhere. I don't know what it's called. We picked it up. I don't even know. I don't even understand. I don't even understand how this shit happens. Like I don't know. I don't know how like the one toy, the one version of a toy like just shows up for like my mom to just be like, "Oh, there we go." You know? I don't know. Like it's uncanny. So like I can sniff out toys like people can, like, you know, sniff out mushrooms and other things. And what else did we have? Oh, I was trying with blocks. So, okay, it's pretty well self-contained because it's two cubes except one of the faces is missing, and it's got a bunch of holes in it. And then there's the connector pieces that are like sort of like Legos, like before Legos. There's like the flat, like a little Tykes type of plastic, but a little less durable, but a really good durable plastic. And those bars are yellow, and there's, I think there's 3 and there's 5, there might be 8. There's triangle connector pieces, like if your kid has like some kind of like engineering, or you know, like there you like that. I mean, I had so much fun with, like, I don't know, like 18 pieces or something that can be so many things. Like if somebody wanted to play house and it was like, Well, okay, but like if you want to play house and we have to have a baby and we have to play with a baby doll, if we have to do that, then you have to help me build a stroller. I gotta have a stroller for the baby doll, you know? And oh my god, I also played school. Because everybody wanted to play house, and I was like, no, let's play school. No, let's play school. I'll be teacher. So I actually, where, like, like what I wanted to do was play school at home, and I did, and I taught your children, and then I like went to a birthday party and or I went out in the world and some adult was like, oh, you are an old soul, oh, you beautiful little girl, you are such an old soul, you would be a wonderful teacher. And I looked at them and I was like, I am the teacher, you know, like, duh. I mean, like, you know, and it was just yeah, like I have to wait to grow up to be the teacher? Not at all. You know, like I stood in front of the TV and blocked Sesame Street because I put my spin on it. So it was engaging and interesting and more interactive, you know, like I sat so close to the TV that no one else could see the TV. Like, oh my god, like I was like if the TV's on, like I'm just like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how other people watch TV, but like if you just get like really close, like the most interesting that is to just get really close and you can see all of the colors and uh, like like I will sit and watch a TV that's nothing but static. And I don't mean like a static image. I mean it's nothing but white noise and static. Black and white static. And it is not black and white to me. It is cartoons. That's cartoons. Like I would sit and and watch TV, watch TVs that were nothing but static, and all of the things that I could see in that, no one else seemed able to see in that, and I guess I thought of that because like one of the reasons I'm having trouble sleeping right now is because I try to close my eyes and like I close my eyes and I try to sleep and I try to wind down, but like there's like the cartoon that it's stuck on, like the cartoon that I'm stuck on is like the cartoons that you watch when you just stare at static or stare at the ceiling, you know, and or just into space. Like you can just like stare at like a white wall and color will fill it, and like it's just like this all of these creatures, and like there's the creature and then it devours like a creature, and it's just this like I mean it's interesting, it's so interesting to watch, like when I have this ability, like it's so interesting, like why would I ever sleep, you know, like how could I ever sleep, and when I was a kid, it wasn't when I had this ability at all, it was just like when I wanted to watch, when I wanted to do that, you know, like when I wanted some downtime, when I wanted some alone time, you know, like I never needed anything, I never needed another thing here, I never needed another person to entertain myself. That was my mom's insistence, that like more people makes more life better, and she was a party girl. She was a party girl. She never spent any time alone ever in her life, I don't think. Not, oh God, not a minute. And I was not that. Whoa, was I not that? Here's the thing that I'm my father's daughter, and my brother is my mother's son, and that is like it needed to be like determined, the responsibilities needed to be delegated, and mom needed to realize that like her maternal instinct, her her ability to intuit with her children was coming from two places. Like she could not detect which of the intentions, or like she couldn't tell that I wasn't lying and that Brian was lying. Like she couldn't tell that her son was lying to her face, and she couldn't tell that her daughter was telling the truth, and it was just like that was just that. Like she had an antenna. Her antenna was like paranoid as fuck. Like, I must protect my children. I must protect my children. But protecting Brian and protecting Mindy are two so different things. You can't possibly do them at the same time. Like, Dad, I think just never... I never saw it. I don't remember it, or I don't know. Like, Dad just never needed Brian. Like, it just messed me and Dad up that Brian happened. Because it was another mouth to feed, which meant more money. And I understood it. Like, I understood it as soon as it was like this is supposed to be happy news. Like, I looked at my dad and I was like, you sacrificed yourself for this? You had me and you sacrificed yourself for this? You have me and you can stop this. And you didn't have to do this. You have me and you sacrificed yourself for this. I just looked at him and I was like, really? And I looked at her and I was like, you sacrificed yourself for this. You sacrificed yourself for this. And I told her that in no uncertain terms. Ask my mom what it was like after my brother was born. Ask my mom what it was like after my brother was born. Ask her about how she lived under the rain of my tears, of my angry sobbing, of my mourning her loss. She died. Oh, she died. She died, and she just lived under the rain of my snot-soaked tissues, and she became my tissue. Ask my mom what it was like when my brother was born, and she'll tell you that I told her, you sacrificed yourself for that. It is your responsibility, and it will not be on me to raise. I will not do it. So, that was 5 years old. And by 6 years old, in the happiest little house with no daycare at all, and like anything I could ever want, and my imagination and my perception, and my daddy, who was the best daddy that could ever be. My dad was the best dad that you could ever have. We would have been the happiest family if my mom had been so happy with me, the way that Brittany's parents were so happy with her, the way that Amy's parents were so happy with her, that they just stopped and they said, this is perfect. And I would never jeopardize this for anything. Because we can do this. We can both have our jobs, and neither of us has to work to the bone. I can do the mom thing until my maternal leave is done, and by that time I have done the job, like, as best it needs to be done when you are two parents who can raise your only child. I knew in no uncertain terms the difference. And I was never okay with it. Oh, my mom My mom had to live that down. My mom had to own that karma. And guess what? I am that karma. And you're not waiting for it at all. Oh, you know the second you crossed me, you know the second you fucked me up the ass, and I made your life a living hell, I made it my mission. I made it my mission that you never forgot. You never forgot what you sacrificed for whatever little fucking thing you wanted that fucked me over for the rest of my life. Alright, are we still recording? We are. That's a pretty good little soundbite there. 5:41 a.m. Yeah, I just told you the difference. Like, I just explained the difference between like 4 and 6, because, I mean, I was 5 when he was born, but I was not 5 when I knew that my whole thing here had a ball rolling toward it, like a bowling pin, like a boulder, like just plowing away, like any semblance of happiness the family would ever have, because there's just not enough money. Like, doing what they did, my mom didn't want to work, really. My mom really did not want to work. Like that, she didn't get to have that, she didn't get to, like, make my dad be like my dad should have been the stay-at-home dad. My dad was a teacher, my dad was an artist, my dad should have been the stay-at-home dad. And my mom should have been out in the world where she loved interacting with people, and there was all kinds of things she could do. You know, like, my dad was like, people, no, not so much. People, I don't know, no, I don't really, like, yeah, Lana wanted me to, well, you know, and like my dad wanted to please my mom so much that he just sacrificed himself for a whore. My mom is a whore. Oh, my mom is a whore. Ask my mom. Ask my mom. Ask my mom. Ask her. Ask Lana Lee. Go, Lana Lee, are you a whore? Lana Lee, have you been whoring around? Lana Lee, have you spent most of your life just fucking what you want? And she will answer, yes, absolutely, I have. So, that is that. 4 and 6. The difference between me at 4 and me at 6. Me at 5, really, but, like, 5 is just, 5 is just mourning. 5 is just mourning the loss of what could have been, of what I saw, of what I experienced, and the way that I experienced, like, timeless reality stuff, like, that it was just, like here, and then we were always going to struggle. Like you chose to struggle. Like, you chose to sit in Johnson County. You chose to sit in Johnson County and struggle. And it wouldn't even have been possible to, like, struggle forward without my grandma. And all my grandma wanted to do was leave me her house. All my grandma wanted to do was make sure there was a roof over my head. And my mom and my Uncle Rich would not let her do that. So, my mom, that's my mom. 5:45 a.m., 6/7/2020. I haven't slept since 11 seed. Peace out.